including African, Andean, American,
to move the body, then puja to move the spirit, then these talks that really dive into my subconscious mind to really get into these root patterns of my life and to really release that emotional charge once and for all for my being. In day 28, I am complete.
I think the biggest breakthroughs for me were like completion with my social circle, like my parents and relationships. So I really felt deep healing experiences. Also, I kind of manifested different powers. For example, I could do remote vision. Another thing that I manifested was body scanning. I would say the last thing that really touched me was how everything is so kind of personal. The whole experience, like people really attend to you, they care about you. You're not just a number in a program, but you're treated like a real being. So I really appreciate that.
Everybody has a wonderful breakthroughs and experiences.
Life-changing process once you have joined.
I would recommend this to anyone who wants to make a big shift in his life, a big change. Not even just like growth, but for personal transformation and breakthroughs, because this program just brings you to the next level.
If anybody is just tired of being tired and wants to do something new in his life, I encourage you to come and try PSS. Make it happen for your life. You're not gonna regret it. You're gonna love it and you're gonna do it for yourself.
Established since 2002 in the United States of America, the United Ancient Nations is an intergovernmental organization currently made up of 160+ members and indigenous nations. The UAN and its work are guided by the purposes and principles contained in its founding charter. The UAN is a manifestation of the profound connection amongst indigenous peoples across the world, including African, Andean, American, European, Caribbean, Oceanic, and Asian regions, rooted in shared wisdom, sustainable practices, and deep reverence for the earth. The United Ancient Nations serves as an international cultural and diplomatic organization focused on uniting indigenous cultures globally. Our governance structure is council-based without territorial claims, led by a collective leadership through our General Secretariat. As a non-state entity with UN-style advocacy, we focus on several key areas: cultural and digital heritage preservation, indigenous diplomacy, revival of indigenous knowledge systems to solve humanity's problems, global peace, environmental preservation, health and wellness, sustained economic development, indigenous and cultural tourism. While the UAN represents numerous indigenous cultures, the United States of Kailasa serves as the first indigenous nation specifically for Hindus. Kailasa's mission is focused on the revival of the ancient enlightened Sanatana Hindu civilization with a formal governance structure including a head of state, ministers, and ambassadors. Under the leadership of SPH,
Nithyanandam, welcome to Kailasa's Nithyananda Yoga. Let's begin with a Sadguruvandana. Join your hands together in Namaskara. Nithyanandam Paramasukhadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gagana Sadrusham Tattvamasya Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadhi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Keep your eyes closed as we enter into Shiv Mulmudra Japa 11 times internally. Om Ham Hom Shivaya Namaha. 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 Now let's enter into ritualistic cleansing with a Twachun. Om Atu Dattam Swadhyami Sadha. Om Vidya Dattam Swadhyami Sadha. Om Shiva Dattam Swadhyami Sadha. Om Ham Hridaya Namaha. Now let's enter into the Sankalpa, the conscious resolution. Clasp your hands on your right thigh and place it on your right thigh. And let's enter into the conscious Sankalpa. Om Mama Pata Samasta Duritashaya Dwara Bhagavad Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Prityartham Shri Nithyanandeshwari Paramashiva Shakti Sameta Shri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Prityartham Cha Adya Purokta Evam Guna Visheshena Vasishtayaam Asyam Supatidho Purnarogayukta Dragata Yogi Sarya Siddhyartham Paramashiva Shakti Avestarnartham Nithyananda Yoga Abhyasam Karishe Om Apaprishya. Wash your hands and keep your Panchapatram aside as we get ready for the first asana for the Vinyasa Krama, second sequence. And the first asana is Dandasana Trini. So extend your legs, both of your legs straight out in front of you, and place the hand beside your hips with the palms pressing down onto the ground. Engage your thighs, flex your feet, and lengthen your spine upward as you gaze steady straight ahead. Shambhavi Mudra, where you keep your eyes open wide, gaze outward while awareness rests deeply within. Samavritti. Inhale through the nose, exhale evenly, maintain the rhythmic breath without any strain. Engage Mula Bandha, where you firmly contract the muscles of the pelvic floor, lifting upward without tension. Visualize yourself as a steadfast shaft, seated tall and unshakable upon the earth. As you chant the japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Sukam Prasaritau Pado Vinistau Bhumi Samastitau Upavishya Nukayam Tu Dandasanam Kritam Munibudvidhi. The next asana is Garudasana. From the kneeling position, as you sit on your heels, cross your foot over the top of the sole of the opposite foot. So you're crossing the foot. You're not crossing your ankles. You're crossing only the foot. And rest your sitting bones directly above the top of the heel. Keep your spine tall. Rest your hands on the top of your respective thighs. Shambhavi Mudra, Samavritti, Mula Bandha, and visualize the foundation of the inner strength and rootedness. Visualize energy gathering at your base, anchoring deep to the earth. As you chant the japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Padayo Prishtake Obho Vyasyasa Bhumi Samasthite Gudam Madhye Tu Samsthapya Gudasanam Iti Samsmitam. The next asana is Gokilasana. So as you are seated on your knees from the previous asanas, rest your sitting bones directly above the top of the heels and rest your hands on either side of your hips, elbows wide, chest open. Shambhavi Mudra, Samavritti. Inhale to the nose, exhale evenly. Maintain the rhythmic balance. Mula Bandha, gaze to the nose. Visualize humble strength, steady care, nurturing guidance as you chant the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Gochumor Pari Yeh Siddhi Gokilasana Muchyate. The next asana is Anuvat asana. So come to the seated position with legs in Padmasana. Bring your legs in Padmasana and then cross your arms in front of you, grasping the opposite heels with each hand. Then lift your crown of the head, direct gaze inward towards the third eye. Shambhavi Mudra, Prakriti Kumbhaka, where you suck the air with loud va sound, holding it, known as Prakriti Kumbhaka. Once again, Prakriti Kumbhaka, where you suck the air with a loud va sound and hold it as it is known as Prakriti Kumbhaka. Engage Mula Bandha. Visualize the light of consciousness piercing intelligence heaviness. As you chant the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Anva Tinaye Iru Val Elumpu Vare Mituvanam Patarai Vadikatu. The next asana is Pranasana Dvai. So as you're seated in Padmasana, bring your hands in Bindu Mudra on the top of your knees. Inhale deeply through the nostril, filling the lungs completely. Then forcibly exhale through the nose in short burst, like bellows stroking a fire. Engage the abdominal muscles to pull the abdomen in and up in Uddiyana Bandha. Visualize yourself seated firmly, like a blossomed lotus in Padmasana. As you chant the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Prananasam Nasanam Nam Padmasanam Samaspayi Pranayamam Sambhasayet Deha Vriddhi Karam Param. The next asana is Jwala Padmasana. So as you are seated in Padmasana, quickly raise your hands up to your knees and stack them. Stack the hips, shoulder on the top. Then extend your arms straight above the head. Balance. Shambhavi Mudra, engage Mula Bandha, Prakriti Kumbhaka, suck the air with a loud va sound. This is Prakriti Kumbhaka. Visualize a radiant flower, radiant lotus flower, bursting into various planes of transformative energy at the heart center. As you chant the japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Spatapadamasana Grividhihi Kamala Jwala Asanam Hastaucha Udaraucha Udaye Tvayam. The next asana is Sarvangasana Dvai. So from the Padmasana seated posture, slowly lie down on your back with your arms resting alongside of your body, palms pressing onto the ground. Then lift your legs up, guiding your hips off the mat, supporting your lower back with the hands. As you come into Sarvangasana, press through your shoulders, upper arms, lift the chest, keep your neck long, breathe steadily. Shambhavi Mudra, once again, Prakriti Kumbhaka. Gaze to the nose. Chant the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Atah Sarvangasanam. The next asana is Purita Padmasana. Now, from the seated position with your legs in Padmasana, quickly raise your arms out to the sides at an angle, hands making a fist. Keep your eyes open wide in Shambhavi Mudra, Antaranga Kumbhaka. Quickly and forcibly inhale through the nose. Hold the breath for a short while and then slowly release. Repeat again and again. Engage Mula Bandha. Visualize a living lotus that springs upward with joyful energy. As you chant the japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Utpalavaka Kamalasanam Pado Yugma Udipya Patanartham Vimodayet. The next asana is Dhumranatha Asana. From the seated position, place each foot onto the opposite palm in Padmasana and place your hands on the top of the perineum with elbows straight, keeping your spine straight and chest upright. Shambhavi Mudra, Bhastrika Kumbhaka, where you inhale and exhale forcibly through the nose, keeping the breath strong even yet. So you're bringing your awareness to exhalation. Naturally, inhalation happens. Exhale continuously in Bhastrika Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha. Visualize yourself as an earth anchored pillar. As you chant the japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Dhumranathasanam. The next asana is Muthiralai Meru Asana. From the seated position in Padmasana, place your hands on the respective knees and visualize yourself as great Mount Meru. Engage Mula Bandha to activate the inner heat. Keep your spine upright. Keep performing Bhastika Kumbhaka, where you exhale forcefully again and again, like a bellows of the smith. Shambhavi Mudra, Mula Bandha. Visualize a majestic mountain at your core, Mount Meru, the cosmic axis representing spiritual stability and the center of the universe. As you chant the japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Muthira Yil Amarandu Meru Pol Nilayethu Ul Akaniye Kaichu. The next asana is Tadasana. So as you're seated in Padmasana, lengthen your spine and relax your shoulders as you ground through your sitting bones. Hands resting on the knees, palms facing down. Settle into the posture with sense of ease, stability, and quiet focus. Shambhavi Mudra. Once again, perform the Bhastika Kumbhaka as you visualize yourself firmly established like a pillar in great hall, present, reliable, and unmoving by activity around you. Engage Mula Bandha, gaze to the third eye as you chant the japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Adasavasanam. The next asana is Madhyasanam. So as you're seated in Padmasana, cup your hands on your lap, left palm curdling the right, thumb lightly touching to form a soft circle. Let your gaze rest downward and close to your ears. Close to your eyes. Breathing slowly as you root through your sitting bones. Bhastika Kumbhaka, you are continuing Bhastika Kumbhaka pranayama. Rapid exhalation, engaging Mula Bandha. Visualize yourself centered and poised in perfect equilibrium. As you chant the japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Agrasanam cha Prathamam Parasvada Asanam Adya Adam. The next asana is Upadhanasana. Lie down on your back. This is one of the advanced asanas. Lie down on your back and With your spine tall and relaxed shoulders, extend one leg straight out in front of you while guiding the other foot leg behind your head. If you can't able to, if you're not able to place it behind your head, you can place it in front of your chest or in front of your forehead. Allow the leg lifted leg to settle comfortably as your hips and lower back adjust. Rest your hands on your thighs, on the side of your hips. Shambhavi Mudra, Ujjayi Kumbhaka Pranayama. Engage Moola Bandha. Visualize the lifted leg becoming a cushion that supports the mind. As you chant the japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivam Ata Upadhaya Nasanam. The next asana is repeating Upadhasana on the other side. So now you'll be switching your leg. If you had the left leg before, this time place the right, or if you had the right, this time place the left, behind the neck. Ujjayi Kumbhaka Pranayama, Shambhavi Mudra, Moola Bandha. As you visualize the leg lifted, becoming a cushion that supports the mind as you chant the japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Ata Upadhana Thanam. The next asana is Yoga Nidrasana Purvanga. So as you're lying down, lift both the legs and place it behind your neck. Cross your ankles, cross your feet, and hands. Keep your hands interlaced behind your buttocks. Parish Mudra, Ujjayi Kumbhaka Pranayama. Visualize your throat chakra and settle the self, relax in deep restful awareness, peaceful yet fully aware as you chant the japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Yoga Nidrasanam Nam Pado Sirasi Sansapya Hasto Cha Prishte Badva Nidravastham Samacharet. The next asana is Markatasana, Trini. Lie down once again on your back and extend your legs straight out with the feet resting gently out away from the head. Allow your arms to rest comfortably on your sides, and then with a quick and energetic motion, swiftly lift both of your legs straight up towards the ceiling. Immediately, just as quickly and forcefully, lower both of your legs back to the ground, returning them to the starting position. This swift, dynamic lift and lowering your legs is the action known as Markata. So you are again and again repeating this action forcefully and rapidly, lifting your legs and coming down again. The action is known as Markata. Shambhavi Mudra. Visualize yourself as lively monkey, swift and grounded, raging with energy and alertness. Samavriti Jalanta Bandha as you chant the japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Savasanyastho Pado Do Pado Bhumo Mustatanto Ye Kurtat Utthaye Veganadas Samsita Markadam to Uttuta. The next asana is Kabandhasanam. So sit with your legs extended in front of you and heels slightly lifted off the ground. Then lean back slightly and keep your chest lifted and shoulders off the ground. Rotate your upper body gently to one side. Then engage your core and maintain the balance with your hands above the ground on the side you are twisted towards. Hold the position steadily. As you perform Shambhavi Mudra, Samavriti, engage Moola Bandha. Visualize yourself as powerful elephant trunk, flexible, aware, and purposeful. Chant the japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Kabandhasanamrityahu Gorakshasanamevaja Angushtamushtikam Yena Brahma Prasaridam Yatha. The next asana is repeating Kabandhasana on the other side. So switch the position of your hands. Visualize yourself as a powerful elephant trunk. Samavritti, Moola Bandha as a chant Vijapa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Kabandhasanamrityahu Gorakshasanamevacha Angushtamushtikam Yena Brahma Prasaridam Yatha. The next asana is Buddha Adharasana. From the supine position, with your knees bent, place the feet flat on the ground, close to your hips. Rest your shoulders and crown of your head slightly on the floor. Then interlace the finger around your ankles. So keep your feet together and interlace the finger around your ankles or lower legs and press through your feet to lift your hips upward, arching your back naturally. Shambhya Mudra. Visualize yourself as Lord Paramashiva, wise, guardian, calm, compassionate, and perfectly balanced. Samavritti. Engage Moola Bandha as you chant the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Kakshayo pada sandhischa dharanam kathite buddha. The next asana is Grivasanam. In this asana, from the lying position on your back, as you're lying down on your back, bend your knees and place the feet flat on the ground with back of your head resting lightly on the floor. And then cross your arms over the chest and lift your hips upward, creating an arch back. Try to lift your hips as much as possible. Tilt your head back, bringing the weight onto the crown of your head so that only your feet and head touches the ground. Engage your legs and core as you perform Shambhya Mudra, Samavritti, Moola Bandha, and chant the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Srirasanam tu Vijnana Kakshasanam atah param Grivasanam cha paramam Bhushasanam etcha muchyate. The next asana is Chakrasana Chatur. So, once again, from the lying position with your knees bent, place both the hands on the floor beside your head, fingers pointing towards the shoulders. And then from this position, press your hands and feet to lift your hips and chest upward, coming onto the crown of your head briefly, if comfortable. Straighten your arms and legs as much as possible to form the arch like a wheel. Shambhya Mudra, Samavritti. Visualize yourself as open arch of energy, radiating strength and vitality as you chant the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Uttana Shaini Karalangi Bhik Gandhare Bhi Mukho Bhumo Nibaddha. The next asana is Mritya Bhanjika Asana. To lie down supine on your back, raise one leg high and bring it forward. Position the sole of your foot to show its outer edge as per. Focus on deliberate placement. So bring both the legs high. Hold on with both the hands. Engage your core as you visualize a brave yogic warrior. And raise above your fears and limitations. Shambhya Mudra, Samavritti. Engage Moola Bandha as you chant the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. प्रथम सेना सूदो होए ठाने पग ऊंचाए आगाने आने. The next asana is Halasana Dve. As you're lying down on your back, lower your toes gently on the ground behind you, keeping your legs straight. Keep your hands flat on the ground behind you, slightly angled wide for the support. With your hands high, allowing your chin to slightly touch the upper chest. Shambhavi Mudra, Mocha Kumbhaka, where you exhale. Inhale deeply through the nose, then lock the chin to the chest in Jalandhar Bandha. Hold the breath and slowly exhale through the nose, maintaining throat lock. Visualize a steady inward turning force, bringing balance and clarity as you chant the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Vishtatainu hastau dvayam kati samiped dhadam nidhayacha. The next asana is Halasana 3D. So be in the similar posture, interlace the finger behind in Parashmudra. Once again, perform Mocha Kumbhaka, Jalandhar Bandha. Visualize yourself as being turning inward to offer deep renewal and calm as a chant japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Alasanam nam prishte sayanam pada prishte sirase sapetva hasta prishte sambadva hra badhis jayet. The next asana is Jalahasana Purvanga. So from, if you are still in the similar posture, straighten your legs straight up, hands on the side of the hips, hold the support, slowly. Keep your hips straight above the shoulders, knees, and ankles stacked over in a vertical line. And then Shambhavi Mudra, Mocha Kumbhaka, visualize your inner flickering with gentle potential as you chant the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Visualize the sense of awakening of your core energy as you chant. Sarve Dakshinam Parivratya Padangulibhyas Bhumish Pridam Kuryat. The next asana is Jalasana. So, from the seated position, once again, lean back and bring the legs straight above your head. Keep your hips straight above your shoulders. Ankles stacked in a vertical line. Place your hands on your lower back. Hold. Perform the Kechi Mudra. Return the tongue at the back of your throat up in a hollow of the mouth. Mocha Kumbhaka, visualize your inner fire burning bright. Jalandhar Bandha and chant the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Vishtashai Purvakar Upare Padayo Kati Lotaye. The next asana is Shulasana Purvangam. From the seated position, lean back onto your back on the ground and lift your feet overhead. Keep your hips aligned above your shoulders and bend your knees outward. So you're lifting your hips high. Lift your hips high, like in previous asana. You're bending your hips high. You are on your shoulders. Your body is raised on your shoulders, hips high, straight, and your knees are bent. Bringing the soles of the feet together above your center. Then bring your palms together with fingers pointing upward above your groin. So hands in Namaskara Mudra, Anjali Mudra, above your groin. So you need to balance here a lot. You need to have that strength and flexibility. Bring your palms together and balance evenly on your upper shoulders. Anjali Mudra, Much Kumka, visualize body as building a solid foundation of strength and balance as we chant the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. हस्तमुद्रा व्योमी कृत्वा द्विद्वे स्थितः पादतले मणिबन्धेषु निधाय निपातयेत्. The next asana is Trishulasana. So once again, from the similar posture, you'll be changing the position of your hands. Hands will be on your knees and balance yourself evenly. The hands, bring your hands to the knees from the previous asana. So your hips are lifted. Your hips are not on the ground. Your hips are lifted and balance. Shamavriti, Mochakumka, visualize clear, focused energy aligning in 3 distinct directions. Jananda Bandha and chant the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Uttana Shai Karayugme Pashadoyam Dhritva Kur Purna Kumbhaka Vivara Shira Kastando Bhumi Dhayasha. The next asana is Trishulasana Uttaranga. So once again, bring yourself in the similar posture and with your lying down on your shoulders, hip raised vertically, knees open at an angle, soles of the feet together, and then bring your palms together with fingers pointing upward, above the groin. So your hands are above the groin. Namaskar Anjali Mudra as you engage Mula Bandha, Moch Kumka, Jalandhar Bandha, visualize enhanced focus as you chant the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Mudra Vyaj Urupacharya Padadvayam Sammulato Nipataye. The next asana is Jwalasana Uttaranga. So from the similar posture, extend your legs straight up, and you need a little more balance in this asana as hands are not on the ground or even on your hips. The hands are straight on your sides of your hips. So once again, lift yourself up on your shoulders, knee straight up, your hips raised vertically. Bring your palms together with the fingers pointing upward above the groin. Balance yourself on the sides evenly. Shambhi Mudra, Mocha Kumbhaka, chant the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Bahu Dhronato Bhritva Kaye Madhye Samam Nidurayat. The next asana is Halasana, Dve Purvangam. So if you need to take a little break, just take a moment and then just inhale and exhale deeply. Relax yourself for a moment as we get ready for the next asana, which is Halasana Dve Purvanga. So once again, lie down on your back, lift your legs up over your head, bring the feet over the head and your hips straight above your shoulders. Knees and ankles are stacked in a vertical line, so do not bend your knees. And then slowly lower your toes gently onto the ground behind you and interlace a finger behind your head for the support. Sambhavi Mudra, Mocha Kumbhaka, visualize your energy turning inward with calm and control as you chant the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Manibandha Dvaya Dvayam Karna Sikharayo Samyojayet. The next asana is Halasana Dve Uttaranga. From the seated position, lean back. Keep your hips straight. Bring your head to the ground. And hold the hands are on your in front of your knees, interlaced. Hands are around your legs, near the knees, interlaced. Try to bring your head between the thighs. As you perform Shambhaya Mudra, Muchakumka, engage Jalandhar Bandha. Chant the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. The next asana is Taraki Mudrasana. To lie supine on straight legs together, stretch your arms over the head, interlace your fingers, and keep your palms facing up. Exhale fully, draw the navel in and upward in Uddiyana Bandha. Holding the breath, maintain the hollow abdomen like a pond. When you can no longer comfortably hold and release, then slowly Shambhaya Mudra, Samavriti. Moola Bandha, visualize the steady grounded energy flowing through your spine, strengthening your back and shoulders as you chant the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Sabhagasya Sarvangam Mahamudra Chatatati Baddha Kono Baddha Padmam Dandam Paschimatanak. The next asana is Pavana Muktasana Dve. As you're lying down, bring both the knees together at your chest. Hold the opposite arm to create the secure embrace. Then lift your back of your head slightly off the ground as you squeeze your body together. Keep your breath steady and core engaged. Visualize pressure, tension, and restlessness being squeezed out of the body in a controlled release. Shambhaya Mudra, Samavritti, Moola Bandha. As you gaze to the nose and chant the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Atah Pavanamuktasanam. The next asana is Uttanasana Dve. So lie down on your back once again. With knees together, bring the knees up to the navel while wrapping your arms around your neck. Rock gently back and forth. So rock your body back and forth. Keeping your body relaxed yet engaged. Shambhaya Mudra, Samavriti, Moola Bandha. Visualize Lord Paramashiva has divine force in place, stretching and expanding your body. As you chant japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Deham Savatavyam Kritva Janani Samyukte Nabho Aniye Bauhi Grivya Vishtem Andolan Uttasasanam Idam. Good. Next asana is Kurmasana Pancha. From the seated position on your knees, keep the top of your feet flat on the ground, outside of your hip. So from the kneeling position, lie down your back, and then feet is outside, feet is flat on the ground, outside of your hip. And then slowly lean your back on, bringing your head to the soles of your feet and thumb on your big toes. So as you lean back, bring the crown of your head on the ground towards the soles of the feet. Hands are holding the toes in big toes. Rest your elbows on the ground behind you. Tilt your head backward, gazing behind you. Keep the chest up, Kurma Mudra. Draw the senses inward, becoming still, and withdraw it like tortoise within itself. Samavriti, visualize yourself as turtle, embodying steady protection and peaceful retreat. As you chant the japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Janu Kati Prishtam Bhuman Nikhilam sthapaye angushta pada angushta chatushtaye sanyojaye. The next asana is Kurmasana Pancha Purvanga. So as you are seated with your knees, bringing your hands as from the similar posture, hands are on your hips. From the previous asana, bring your hands on your hips, supporting you as you tilt your head back and bring the crown of your head onto the ground, keeping your hips high and back arched. Kur Mudra, visualize yourself as a turtle, embody steady protection and peaceful retreat. Chant Japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham, Hastadvayam Bhutale Nidhaya, Ashokayam Praret. The next asana is Chakra Uttaranga. From the seated position, as you bring your hands on the ground behind you, slowly bring your elbows onto the ground and then hands up to the lower back above your feet. Then tilt your head back and bring the crown of your head onto the ground, keeping your hips high and back arched. Hold this position. Avoid putting too much stress onto your back of your neck. And perform Shambhavi Mudra. Visualize yourself as an open arch of energy, radiating with strength and vitality as you chant the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Ushtrabhayamam Karapadayuglam Sanyojaye Kurchadvayam Bhumon Nihatya Modhanam Galfayortaye. The next asana is Kurmasana Pancha Uttaranga. So in this, I need a lot of back flexibility. As you from the kneeling position, you tilt your head back, bring your hands behind you and slowly bring the elbows onto the ground and tilt your head behind, bringing the crown of your head onto the ground, keeping your hips high and arched back. Hold this position and avoid pressing too much stress on your back of your neck. As you perform the Shambhavi Mudra, Samavriti, Mula Bandha, and chant the japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham, Jano Dhritta Shironabhi, Nidhaya Prishtavisir Prasar, Ye. The next asana is Manjani Tasanaha. From the seated position, on your knees, toes are tucked behind you. Raise off your sitting bones, keeping your hips and spine upright. Place both the palms together in Anjali Mudra at the heart center. Maintain the gaze, soft gaze. Hold the pose for several breaths. And exit by lowering the hands and sitting back. Hands to Namaskara Mudras, Shambhavi Mudra, Samavriti. And visualize your body and mind completely healed of any disease or ailment in your body. As you chant the japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Bhovi Sitva Tu Janune Em Tavan Mantrena Yogina Hridaya Sampurtika Karya Yagya Anjika Sanam. The next asana is Sasanga Asana. Once again, from the sitting position on your knees, keep the top of your feet flat on the ground and bring the crown of your head down onto the ground in front of you. With an arched spine, reach the backward towards your feet and grasp your respective heels. Inhale, lift your hip. Exhale, crown towards the knee. Roll forehead along the floor. As you perform Jalandhar Bandhas, Samavriti, Shambhavi Mudra, and visualize the quality of a rabbit. Feel your body alert and agile as you chant the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Sasangam Sansangasanam Namastakam Jhanu Madhyam Kritva Panibhadyam Padagraham Kritva Prashtet Vakriya Kuryat. The next asana is Yanasana. From the seated position with your on your knees, place your hands in front of you and bring your chest, groin onto the ground. Extend both legs straight, hands next to your thighs. Facing down, lift your chest and upper thigh off the ground and hold them firmly. So once again, you're from the lying down position, you're lifting your chest and lifting your legs off the ground. Back upright, focus inward. Shambhavi mudras, Ujjayi Kumka pranayama. Visualize a divine figure mounted on their sacred vehicle. As you chant the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Yanadana Yattale Lage Pashima Loke Parate Kare Panjurum Sigva Dhure Tutanam Paratitan Dhara Pashanan. The next asana is Nibjasana Dve. So as you're lying down, face down on the ground, cross your heels and with your hands firmly grasp the toes. So once again, you're crossing your heels and holding the big toes with the hand. Begin a gentle rolling motion while holding the toes. Engaging Mula Bandha, maintaining the steady Ujjayi breath as you gaze straight down. Shambhavi Mudra, Ujjayi Kumaka. Visualize yourself in a deep surrender, offering a heartfelt prostration to Swamiji. As you engage Mula Bandha and chant Japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Tat Adasya Adhyasyanam Krishno Griyagayo Parisam Prayan. The next asana is Manduka Hasana 3. From the previous asana, extend your hands behind you and bend your knees so that you clasp onto your respective feet. Keep your elbows upright. So elbows are pointing up. Gently pull them. Press your heels down towards the ground, outside of your respective hips. Keep your chest off the ground, slightly raised so that you can lift your chin off the ground and gaze forward. Manduki Mudra. Close the mouth, settle, and subtly move the tongue. Root Sevya in a nectar. Ujjayi Kumaka Pranayama. Visualize grounded stability combined with compact patience, like a frog patiently waiting for the right moment. As you chant the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Hastangushta Padangushtam Vatavidhi Samayojaya. The next asana is Mandukasana, Mandukahasana Dve Purvanga. From the similar posture, hold on to the feet with both the hands, respective hands, and lift your feet upward and pull the toes towards the back of your head as you raise your chest up and off the ground. Hold yourself steady in this position, gaze towards the ground in front of you. Form Manduki Mudra, Ujjayi Kumka Pranayama. Visualize a glowing dynamic energy raging within you. As you chant the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Guru Bhedan Padangustau Hastayog Me Gritva Lakshopari Netavyam Hridayam Vyayam Samacharet. The next asana is Mandaka Hasana Dve Uttaranga. So it's one of the advanced postures where you on the prone position as you extend your hands behind you and bend your knees so that you can clasp onto your respective feet. And from there, with a firm grip, lift your feet upward and pull them above your head, placing them flat onto the ground. In this intense back bend, your chin is on the ground and hold your ankles to increase your flexibility even more. Mandiki Mudra, Ujjayi Kumaka Pranayama. Visualize a powerful surge of energy, fully engaged, embodying the frog's boldness. And chant Japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Padadvayam skandayod hitva nidhaya hastayugme sanidha hitva tathaiva nihante satkuchambakam. The next asana is Samsuttaraka. So start lying on your left side. Start lying on your left side and draw your knees in towards your chest, settling onto the gentle fetal position. Place the left elbow on the ground and rest the side of your head onto your left palm for the support. Allow your right hand to extend and relax on your right thigh. Keep your body soft, breathe your breath slow as you rest comfortably in this posture. Namaste Mudra. Visualize yourself gently spreading out from a tightly held center. Ujjayi Kumka Pranayama. Engage Moola Bandha as you chant the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivam Samasrakasanam. The next asana is repeating Samasrakasanam on the other side. This time, lie on your right side. Draw the knees in towards the chest, settling into gentle fetal position. Place your right elbow on the ground. Rest the side of your head onto your right palm for the support, allowing your left hand to extend and relax on your left thigh. Keep your body soft. Shambhavi Mudra, Ujjayi Kumaka Pranayama. Visualize yourself gently spreading out from a tightly held center as you chant the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Atas Samastakasanam. The next asana is Dakshinasana Dve. So as you are lying down on your right side, place your right elbow on the ground and rest the side of your head onto the right hand. Extend your legs in straight. Place your left hand on the left side of your body and relax. As you visualize the serene, radiant form of Paramashiva, the supreme feminine energy, principle embodying peace and cosmic energy. Chant japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Dakshina Pashve Shukte Samachana Charirangani Mukta Dakshina Haste Dharaye Uddayam Shaniveshacha. The next asana is Bhujangasana Dve. From the lying down position, lying flat on the abdomen, place your palms beside your chest with fingers spread. Pressing the top of your feet firmly onto the ground, inhale and simultaneously lift your chest into deep arch and raise both your legs up, straight up behind you. Shambhi Mudra, Ujjayi Kumaka Pranayama. Visualize yourself as Cobra and manifest alert stillness and voice power. As you chant the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Yoga Janai Hastal Likhit Pustakaisya Parsama Patra Ashtadash Chitra Bhujangasana Prakashita. The next asana is Patangasana. So start lying on your stomach with your legs extended, top of your feet resting on the ground. Place your hands beneath your torso with palms facing upward against your stomach, allowing the elbows to fold naturally alongside the body. Rest your forehead gently on the ground to keep the neck neutral. Then settle into kite pose by softening the chest and bellying towards the mat. As you visualize a moth or flying insect resting on the ground, as you chant the japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, Atha Padangasanam. The next asana is Ustrasana, 3 Purvanga. From the seated position, so step, press the soles against the hip to stabilize, lean forward, and place your hands flat on either side of the head. Then rest the head at the tip of phallus between the fist or tip to the nose. Keep the torso controlled. Shambhi Mudra, Moch Gumka. Visualize yourself as Terran, resting calm. Camel, as chant japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Padadvayalam nitam bodhitva karo. Talopari karat talayugvam. Lingatrayam mushtimadhyam varam. Yatoshti siddham tad asanam. The next asana is Dhamaka asana. So start from the seated position with knees raised, feet on the ground, hands on the respective knees. Keep the heels flat on the ground as you keep your chest upright and gaze forward. Take a deep inhalation. As you visualize energy drawn downward. Perform Antaranga Kumka, forceful exhalation, and then inhale and retain the breath. Shakti Chalana Mudra, engage. Mulabandha chant japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Atha Dhamakasanam. The next asana is Chala asana. So from the similar posture, cross your arms on the top of your legs and hold on to the opposite arms. Keep the heels flat on the ground. Hold your chest to the knee as you gaze to the nose. Shambhi Mudra, Apakarsh Kumka, Chalandarbandha, visualize mountain motion gathering inward instead of disappearing, dispersing outward. As you chant japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Achalasanam. The next asana is Kalanga asana. From the similar seated position, keep your heels flat on the ground and place your index finger over the respective ears. Only the index finger over the respective ears. Feeling of all the sounds. As you tilt your head down and gaze through the nose. Perform Shambhavi Mudra, Jalandhar Bandha, uppercut Sukumukha, as you visualize all sound disturbing as the world steps back gently. Sanjapa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Acha Kalangasanam. The next asana is Brahmanandasana. From the seated position with knees together, knee raised, feet flat on the ground, bending them to draw the heels close to the perineum, and then place the arms underneath the thighs and hold on to the opposite elbow. As you perform Shambhavi Mudra, Apakat Sukumukha, visualize scattered effort drawing inward as you chant Japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivam Acha Brahmanandam. The next asana is Valapa Asana. From the seated position, from the previous asana, place arms underneath the thighs and interlace the fingers in front of the belly. Raise the heels off the ground. So here difference is you are raising the heels off the ground, keeping your chest upright, gaze forward, and visualize emotion folding inward and not as burden but weight held securely. As a chant Japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Atha Vilapasanam. The next asana is Dhumaka Asana. So from the similar seated position, interlock the fingers and extend your arms, bringing the hands to one side of the buttocks to hold the ankles. Keep your palms turned upward as they rest on the ankles. Apakat Sukumukha, Mulabandha, visualize feet building quietly at the body's center. As we chant the Japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Atha Dhumakasanam. The next asana is Dhumakasana, repeating on the other side. So switch the position of your hand and once again perform Shambhavi Mudra, Apakat Sukumukha, Moola Bandha, visualize feet building quietly at the body's navel center. As we chant the Japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Atha Dhumakasanam. Visualize yourself seated upon the radiant platform. Engage Mulabandha, gaze to know that the chant Japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Asanasthe Pavadoto Neto Bhutale Bhumau. The next asana is Pithasana Dve. From the similar posture, bend both the knees, hands, palm gently on the knees as your spine is lifted, chest open, align your hips, knees even. Shambhavi Mudra, Apakat Sukumukha, visualize yourself seated upon radiant platform of golden light. Engage Mulabandha, chant Japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Asanasthedha Padato Neto Bhutale Bhumau. The next asana is Kanakai Asana. So start with toes and knees, raise the knees off the ground. So your toes are tucked and knees are raised off the ground, keeping the sitting bones on the back heel. Then wrap your arms around your back with palms facing outward. Bring the forehead down towards the ground, keeping your spine long. Breathe steady for stability. Shambhavi Mudra, Apakash Kumbhaka. Visualize yourself as a raw metal in refining fire. As you chant the japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Atha Kanakasanam. The next asana is Charma Goswasya Asana. So from the seated position with knees together, raised, bend them to draw the heels close to the perineum, and then cross your arms on the top of your leg and hold the opposite arm. Keep the heels flat on the ground. Shambhavi Mudra, Apakash Kumbhaka. Visualize yourself as a humble craftsman. Chant Vipa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Atha Karma Yoga Swa Sanam. The next asana is Granthi Harasana. In this asana, start with your feet flat on the ground in front of you and knees together, and then wrap the arms around your knees, drawing them in towards the chest, and then lift the feet off the ground and allow the feet to flare out on the sides, wider than shoulder width. Engage your core. Shambhavi Mudra, Aparkarsh Kumbhaka, Moola Bandha. Visualize long standing knot, emotional, mental, and habitual. As chant the japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Atha Granthi Haranasanam. The next asana is Vakra Shurasana Purvanga. On the seated position with your knees bent and slide your feet towards the groin, and then twist your upper body to one side and clasp your hands behind your back. Then your arm, lift your chest. Vaishnavi Mudra, Apakash Kumbhaka, Moola Bandha. Visualize yourself as sleek, sharp, curved knife. Chant the japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Abhyasaye Tat Togu Purvakaya Dakshinakas Kakasa Vama Bhajanu Nitaram Nayet. The next asana is Vakra Shurasana. So this time switch the position of your hands. Hold the Vaishnavi Mudra. Apakash Kumbhaka. Visualize as a radiant curved knife. As a chant the japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Vama Padamakuncha Dakshino Rupare Sthapaye Dakshina Bhujena Jana Vasakat Sthit. The next asana is a Vakrashura Uttaranga. Place your right foot over your left thigh. And then bend the knees outward on the ground. Then press your right armpit firmly against the left knee. So twist your body. So once you have placed your right leg on the top of your left thigh, your left knee is raised, and twist towards your left side, bringing your armpit firmly against the left knee. So a lot of twist is required. Rotate your torso to the left, bringing this to bind into a deeper twist. Vaishnavi Mudra, Apakash Kumbhaka. Visualize yourself wielding the curved knife with increased skill and grace as you chant the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Dakshinapadamakuncha Vamorupare Sthapayet. The next asana is Marajidasana. From the seated position, with your spine upright, hips grounded, place the left foot onto the right hip and allowing the knee to relax downward. Bring your right foot flat on the ground outside of your hip. Then bring your hands in Namaskar Mudra in front of your chest and you chant the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Marajidasanam. The next asana is Dakshasana. So it's one of the advanced postures. So make sure that you're giving it right. From the seated position, bend one knee and place the foot flat on the ground. Draw the opposite foot towards you and press it firmly into the armpits on the same side. Engage your core to maintain stability as you hold the foot in place with arms pressure. Square your shoulders, extend your hands straight out over the respective knee in Bindu Mudra. As you perform Apakarsha Kumbhaka, maintain Mool Bandha, visualize your armpit as sacred hidden chamber within your body as you chant the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Rirasanam tu Vigyena Kakshāsanam Ataparam Revasanam cha Paramam Bhujasanam itam uchyate. The next asana is Vakra Churangasana Purvanga. And repeating on the other side. So start seated with your knees bent, slide your feet towards your groin, twist your upper body to one side and clasp your hands behind you. Straighten your arms and lift your chest as you draw your shoulder blades together. Keep your sitting bones together, grounded. Vaishnavi Mudra, Apakarsha Kumbhaka. Visualize yourself as sleek, sharp, carved knife. Chant the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Abhyases Toswagu Parakhe Dakshinaka Kasa Vamabhujam Eight. The next asana is Vakrashurasana, repeated on the other side. So bend your right foot and place it over the left thigh. Hook your left arm around the front of your left knee. Reaching back behind your back, grasp your right wrist firmly to secure the spine. Twist torso sharply to the right. Vaishnavi Mudra, Apakarsha Kumbhaka. Visualize yourself as a radiant curved knife as you chant japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Vamam Padmam Ankucha Dakshino Pare Thapayet. The next asana is the Vakrashurasana Uttaranga. Once again, place your left foot over your right thigh. So switch the position, repeating on the other side. Press your left armpit against the right knee, creating a secure hook. Rotate your torso to the right side. Vaishnavi Mudra, Apakarsha Kumbhaka. Visualize yourself wielding the curved knife with increasing skill and grace. Chant japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Dakshinam padamakuncha vamorupari sthapayet. The next asana is Majrasana, repeating on the other side. So start seated with your spine upright, hips rounded. Place your right foot onto the left hip, allowing the knee to relax downward. Bring your left foot flat onto the ground, outside of your right knee for the stability. Bring your hands together in Namaskara Mudra. Visualize yourself. You have conquered death itself. Engage Mula Bandha. As you chant the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Ata Marjidasanam. Now I'll be repeating Vaksasana on the other side. So switch the position of your leg, and as you bend one knee flat on the ground, knee raised, bring the other foot towards your respective armpit. Arm holding the leg which is at the armpit, palms on the ground. The other hand is in Bindu Mudra, straight out on the knee. If you chant the japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Rirasanam tu Vigyena Kapshasanam Param Divasanam cha Paramam Dhyasanam Uchate. The next asana is Gorakshasana 3. From the seated position, toes of the feet together, pull the heels upward towards you and rotate the balls of the feet together and toes onto the ground. Keep the knees wide and on the ground. Cross your hands in front of you, holding onto the opposite heels. Vaishnavi Mudra, Apakashakumka, engage. Mula Bandha as you gaze to the third eye. Visualize Sage Goraksha as the radiant beacon of wisdom and spiritual power. Chant the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Kabadhasanam Gorakshasanam Evacha Angushchamastakam Yena Brahma Prasarinam Tena. The next asana is Sandheri Asana. So this time extend both of your legs straight out in front of you. Keep your spine straight, chest upright. Bring the right hand to your nose and seal the nostril one side off at a time with thumb and ring a finger for the Nadi Shodhana. Inhale to the left and exhale to the right. And then inhale to the right, exhale to the left. Sambhaya Mudra, visualize. See the two subtle streams of breath flowing along either side of the spine. Chant japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Adha Chanderi Asanam. The next asana is Urupara Vasana. So stand on your knees with your heels drawn close to the buttocks and your weight grounded on your shin. Lengthen your spine as you lift your chest and relax your shoulder. Bring the hands together in Namaskara Mudra in front of your chest. As you visualize the hip joints as a strong, well-oiled hinge. Pratyahara Kumka. Engage Mula Bandha as you chant the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Purva Pavanasanam. The next asana is Dvipath Parshvasana. Start balancing on your knees as you are still sitting on your knees and standing on the knees. So rotate each of the knees inward, drawing the soles of the feet up towards the inner groin, so the outside edge of the feet presses against the upper thigh. So this is when the advanced deep twist of your leg. Keep your weight centered through the knees, hands in Namaskara Mudra. Visualize your foundation, narrowing without allowing losing your balance as you chant Japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Visualize yourself fountain, narrowing without loose as you chant Japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Dvipada Dapas Swashanam. The next asana is Vichara Natha Asana. So start seated on your knees. Pull one foot back into the armpit of the respective arm and repeat with the opposite leg into the armpit. So don't go by the display. Bring your arms, bring your back of the foot to the armpit on both the legs and repeat on the opposite leg and squeeze the feet into the side of your body with your arms. Chest upright, spine elongated. As you engage Mulabandha, Shambhavi Mudra, gaze to the third eye, visualize the movement turning inward body, asking a wordless question. And chant Japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Atha Ucharanathasanam. The next asana is Achali Asana. So bring your legs in Padmasana. Come to Padmasana position and from there, cross your arms in front of the chest and hold on to the opposite elbows. Shambhavi Mudra, visualize seated at the unmoving center of intersection current. Pratyahara Kumka, Shambhavi Mudra, Mool Bandha, and chant Japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Atara Achaliyasanam. The next asana is Shuddradharasana. So once again, your legs are in Padmasana and hands on respective knees and Linda Mudra. Keep your spine straight. As you perform Pratyahara Kumka, visualize yourself settled in unwavering stability, deeply supported by steady presence of Swamiji. Gaze to the nose, chant Japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Dakshapadam cha Vamore Vinyasa Tatpadam. The next asana is Siddhasana Pancha. So as you're seated in Padmasana, lengthen your spine as you ground evenly through your sitting bones, and then slide your hands beneath your respective thighs with the palms flat on the ground, allowing the thighs to rest on the back of your hands. Keep holding. Keep your chest open as you perform. Pratyahara Kumka, Mulabandha, visualize yourself established in completion as if nothing more needed to fix. And chant Japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Atha Siddhasana Pancha. The next asana is Vayu Dharanasanam. Now from the seated position with legs in Padmasana, hands on the respective knees, consciously gaze the prana downward and pull the prana apana vayu upward, allowing them to merge at the navel center. Shambhavi Mudra, Prakriti Kumbhaka, Uddiyana Bandha. Visualize a timeless pause where breath is held suspended in serene balance as it perform Uddiyana Bandha. Chant Japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Vayudharanasanam na Padmasanam Pranamadhe Nayet. The next asana is Nirjasana. From the seated position in Padmasana, hands on the respective knees. Inhale deeply and tuck the chin to the chest, internalizing the primordial sound Om. Shambhavi Mudra, Prakriti Kumbhaka, Jalandhar Bandha. Visualize a protective gateway at your throat. Feeling luminous energy, chant Japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Obhayapani Gung Janvo Adharik Patipeshe Sami Kritva. The next asana is Samyukta Padasana. So once again from the Padmasana, reach both the hands behind your back and grasp the big toes, each foot with corresponding hand. Lift your chest and roll your shoulders back, pressing your shoulders blade together. Khechri Mudra. San Shanta Kumbhaka, where you inhale and visualize the pranavayu being inside and outside of the body. As you chant the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Padmasanam Samayoga Hattayor Bhayam Samado Padmasanam Yojate. The next asana is Uttita Padmasana. So from the seated position, legs in Padmasana, inhale and press your hands down on the ground beside you, lifting your hips off the ground, of the floor as you gaze ahead. Shambhavi Mudra, Kevalaka Kumaka. Visualize yourself as a lotus flower emerging from muddy water. So try to lift and hold for at least 10 seconds in Uttita Padmasana. So let's count for 10 seconds. Lift yourself up in Uttita Padmasana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Relax. Engage Mula Bandha as you chant Japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Padmasanam Karatalabhyam Bhumi Samalabhyam. Next asana is Lalita Padmasana. From the seated position, sit tall with both the feet on the opposite thigh in Padmasana. Reach both the hands together to the gap of your groin and leg, pressing palms firmly onto the ground between them. Shift your weight onto the arms and lift the body off the ground. Once again, reach your both hands together to the gap of your groin and legs. And then Shambhavi Mudra, lift your legs, body off the ground. Visualize a suspended lotus floating above worldly attachment, pure and elevated as you perform Kevalaka Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha, as you chant the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Udita Kamalasanam Hastayo Gulfe Sthapete Padayugme Utkripyeta Cha. The next asana is Kamapita Padmasana. So as you're still seated in Padmasana, clench your hands into the fist, press your knuckles on the ground beside you, and then lift your hips off the ground. So this is a deeper asana where from the previous asana, just make a fist of your hands and lift your body off the ground. As you perform Kevalaka Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha, and once again, let's give 10 seconds for this asana. 3, 2, 1. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Visualize the lotus gently swinging back and forth. And chant the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Kalpanam Kamalasanam Hastapishte Mushtithapyam Kurvanti Padmyogam Uchipeta Cha. The next asana that we are about to enter is Kukkutasana 3. So, as you're seated in Padmasana, reach your hands to your legs and press them firmly onto the ground between them, and then shift your weight onto the arms and lift your body off the ground. Engage your core. Once again, perform the asana. Lift yourself as, visualize yourself as proud and alert rooster. Chant japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Kuru Mula Dvayam. Vidyagrahanagris Thapayet. The next asana is Jalandhara asana. Once again, from the Padmasana, hands between the thighs, between the gaps of your calves and the thighs, press your hands down onto the ground, lift your entire body off the ground and balance. Gaze forward, Shambhavi Mudra, Kevalaka Kumaka. Visualize yourself lifting clean from the down. Chant Japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Tuck the chin to the chest and Jalanda Bandha. Atha Jalandharasanam. The next is Bandha Choli Kukkutasana. Yes. So this is one of the advanced postures. So from the seated position with your legs in Padmasana, inhale and press your hands down on the ground in front of you, and then lift your hips off the floor, bringing your knees all the way up, resting them on the back of your straightened arm. Let your hips rise higher than your shoulders. Keep your back slightly angled so the gaze in front of you. Shambhavi Mudra, Kevalaka Kumka, embrace, embody the profound rooster as you chant Japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Panchacholi Kukutam Cha Ekapadam Kukkutam Akritam Baddhacholi Pashakukkutam Evacha. The next asana is Padma Sarpasana. So once again, a similar posture where your legs are in Padmasana. Inhale and lift the hands on the ground and lift your hips off the floor, bringing your knees all the way up, resting your back, resting on the back of your straightened arm. Now in this, perform Bhujangani Mudra, where you open your mouth wide and subtly draw the prana inward, feeling energy like a serpent. Here like a kumbhaka. Visualize a coiled serpent resting at the base of your spine and chant Japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Padmasanam Hastayo Bhumo Sthapayet Uruni Gaksha Manthe Aniya Bhumo Bhujo Stharidam Vritta Puryat. The next asana is Parsha Kukkutasana. So this is the advanced posture. In this, while you are in Padmasana, you'll be twisting on one side and placing the opposite knee or thigh on the opposite arm, upper arm. So you can take the support of the partner or wall if required. Visualize a rooster standing alert onto one leg. Body turned to the sides with a vigilant gaze as you chant the Japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Panchakuli Kukkutam Cha Ekapada Kukkutam Akritim Bandhamu Bandhachuram Pashvasanam Ochate. The next asana is Parsva Kukkutasana, repeated on the other side. So once again, perform this asana as you repeat on the other side. As you chant the japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Panchashula Kukutam cha Ekapadama Kukutam Akritam Bandhachulam Parshvoktam Evacha. The next asana is Simhasana Chatwari. From the seated position, legs in Padmasana, place both the hands in front of you and raise onto your knees. And then gently bring your groin down onto the ground, resting your knees and thighs down with your hands planted and arms raised. Up to your chest and tilt your head back, holding a static position. Bhujangini Mudra. Open the mouth wide and subtly draw the prana inward, feeling rising energy like a serpent. Perform Antaranukunka. Quickly and forcibly inhale through the nose. Hold the breath for a short while and then release Mulabandha. Visualize yourself seated with a fierce, majestic presence of lion. And chant the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Agrasanam cha prathamam Pashwadasana madhyamam. The next asana is Pada Sarpasana Purvangam. So once again, bring as your legs in Padmasana, place both the hands on the ground in front of you, raise onto the knees and gently bring your groin down onto the ground. And this, once again, lift your legs in Padmasana and bring the legs on the back of your arms. Perform Bhujangini Mudra. As you perform, as you visualize a graceful snake coiling around a lotus structure, chant the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Padmasanam hastayo bhumo stapayet. Urinikuksha madhye aniya bhumo visret praye kuryat. The next asana is Tolam Vilasana. So, as from the seated position with legs in Padmasana, lie down on your back onto your elbows. So, elbows are on the ground and place your palms facing upward on your sitting bones as you raise your knees up towards the sky. Legs in Padmasana, keep your gaze straight around your knees. As you rest, tilted back and chest open, Shambhavi Mudra. Kevalaka Kumka, visualize yourself perfectly balanced. Scale as you chant the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Tola Lungasanam Nam Panibhya Padayo Grihitva. The next asana is Vakra Padmasana. From the seat position, sit tall on both the feet on the opposite legs in Padmasana. Then lean onto your back with elbows on the ground. Place your upper back and crown of the head on the ground. Arch your back. Prana Mudra, holding the big toes in the Prana Mudra. Kevalaka Kumaka. As you visualize a lotus arching upward, petal opening, strong and resilient, and you chant japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Arshitala Kamalasanam Padaparancho Grihitvam Kurintam. The next asana is Parshvadasana. Once again, from as you're lying down in the similar posture, extend your elbows behind and hands entirely on the ground, avoiding the arching. You're not arching. Cross your hands, bring your hands one over the other, palms one over the other. Shambhavi Mudra, visualize an X suspended in space, slicing through obstacle beside your body. As you chant the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Agrasanam cha prathamam. Pashwadham asanam apyadadham. The next asana is Parashvadasana, repeated on the other side. So switch the position of your hands. Be in the similar position. Visualize an axe suspended in space, slicing through the obstacle beside you as you chant Japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Agrasanam ta pratham. Parashvadasana madhyapam. Madhyasanam tathevanyam. Simhasanam uchyate. Now lie down straight flat in Samsanavasana with your legs and feet extended, resting. Rest your arms, slide away from your body with your palms and facing up. Shoulders soft. Place your hand comfortably by your sides. Perform Sakti Kumukha Mudra. Awaken the base of energy with steady intent. Drawing the prana vayu to the spine, Kevalaka Kumukha. Engage Mulbandha. Visualize your body lying in a cremation ground, embraced by sacred flames. As you visualize Swamiji in a space, chant the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. 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 Om Nithyananda Shivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam.
Now slowly come back to your physical body. Start to wiggle your fingers, feet, ankles, wrist. Bring your knees to the chest and roll from side to side as you come back to the comfortable seated position. Bring your hands in Namaskara Mudra as you offer our gratitude to Swamiji, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Yoga, for giving this opportunity to perform the Nithyananda Yoga. With this, let's end the session with the Purna Mantra. Join your hands as you perform. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamadachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Tat Sarvam Bhagavad Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Padukarpanamastu Om Nithyanandam. Thank you everyone for tuning in for the daily life